Today on the Trent Out Loud podcast. China made an announcement today in response to Donald Trump's tariffs. And they said, we're not only ready for a tariff battle, we're ready for any kind of battle with Donald Trump and the United States of America. Now, y'all know I claim to be an American and a Canadian, seeing that I was born in Canada, but I was conceived in Florida. Let me tell y'all this. If China comes knocking, I'm Canadian, y'all. What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. Y'all know what day it is. It's Thursday. What up, Thursday? Y'all know why I'm excited. Friday is one day away. Let the countdown begin. Well, y'all know the countdown for me starts on Monday, but we are close. Let's get it. All right, I'm in a great mood today. I hope you are too. I have two lead stories. We're going to kick it off by talking about Elon Musk suggesting that Donald Trump should consider pardoning George Floyd's unaliver, Derek Chauvin. And China says they're ready for a battle of any kind with the U.S. and says they are ready to go to the end. I'm nervous, y'all. In quick news, we're going to talk Candace Owens, Andrew Tate, Future, DJ Daniels, Bhad Bhabie, Amber Rose, Chrisean Rock, Tory Lanez, Kim Kardashian, and Megan Thee Stallion. As always, we're going to close out the show with comments, social discussion, question of the day, and a little bit of sports news. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, your radio, or your devices up. I'm about to start this Thursday show. Let's go. Our first lead story. Elon Musk suggests that Donald Trump should think about pardoning George Floyd's unaliver, Derek Chauvin. All right, before I read this article to you quickly, just want to let you know that of something that I've heard. Now, this actually came out yesterday, and we were going to put it in breaking news because it just came out as soon as we were about to wrap up. But I chose not to because I wanted to make some calls and find out some background to this and find out if there's any truth to it. For those of you who don't know, Elon Musk retweeted a tweet from Ben Shapiro. I'm going to give you all the details. But Ben Shapiro made this statement that Donald Trump should look into this. Elon Musk reposted it. Now, I do have a lot of connections in the music and entertainment industry, but I also do have some sources in the political field. My cousin is actually, I won't actually tell you who they are. I won't even tell you if it's he or she, but they are actually on one of the major networks as a guest correspondent sometimes, okay? So they're in the political arena. So I wanted to find out if this was Elon Musk just doing this on his own, or is this actually something that's being spoken about in the Donald Trump administration? Remember last week when I told you guys about Andrew Tate and Donald Trump having something to do with it? It came out maybe like a day after we said that to you. It came out that they did have something to do with it. Luckily, the President Zelensky thing happened in the Oval Office and nobody talked about it anymore. So just remember, when this starts leaking out, I told you first that I have heard from my sources that this is actually something that the Donald Trump administration is looking into. The reason why Elon Musk was the first one to tweet about it is that they would like to see the public's reaction. And it's like, it's Elon. He has nothing to do with our administration. Our administration, quote unquote. So let him do it. It will just look like he's doing it on its own. But apparently they've been actually looking into this Derek Chauvin thing for a couple of weeks. So this is their playbook, right? Have one of their right-wing pundits say something. Let's see if it gains traction. Then let's see, Elon Musk, somebody else out there. And then slowly you'll see, I don't know if Donald Trump pardons, you'll know, but they're just testing the water. So let me get into the details, and I actually have a video for you. Okay. So Elon Musk is suggesting Donald Trump should think about pardoning George Floyd's unaliver, Derek Chauvin. On Tuesday, March the 4th, Elon Musk, the head of Trump's newly established Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE organization, took to his social media platform X to make a suggestion. He reposted a video from conservative political commentator Ben Shapiro advocating for Derek Chauvin. With a 3-minute clip from his self-titled show, Ben Shapiro captioned the post and said, pardonderekchauvin.com. By the way, please don't go to the website, okay? Don't go there to look around. If you want him to be pardoned, that's on you. But don't go there to look around, because the more clicks and the more attention it gets, the better for them. So if you don't want him pardoned, don't even go. Don't even type it in. Don't even look, okay? In the clip, Ben Shapiro says, if we are issuing pardons, there is one person who President Trump should pardon from federal charges forthwith. It would be incredibly controversial, but I think it's absolutely necessary. The person is Derek Chauvin. President Trump should in fact pardon Derek Chauvin. He should pardon his federal charges. Quick note, why he is saying federal charges, which is this is why this thing doesn't make any sense, is that he also has state charges. And Donald Trump can only pardon federal charges, so he would still be in jail. Now, we'd have to go and dig and see what his federal charges are. And let's say, who knows, maybe the federal charges only have 4 or 5 years. And I don't know how long he served. He may be able to get out. It could be a little bit longer. We don't know. But he still has federal and state charges. Very important to note. As mentioned, Elon Musk reposted this clip and said, something to think about. Now, following the 2020 unaliving of George Floyd in early 2021, Derek Chauvin was put on trial for unintentional second-degree unaliving, third-degree unaliving, and second-degree you guys know the rest, of George Floyd. On April the 20th, he was convicted of all charges. Really important to note. Not some or a bit or whatever, all charges. Derek Chauvin was later sentenced to serve 22 and a half years for the unaliving of George Floyd. Okay, now I'm going to play the video of Ben Shapiro. Now, it is 3 minutes. We already don't play a lot of videos for copyright reasons. However, this one, I'm actually going to really limit it because there's a lot of things Ben Shapiro says here. And again, try not to go and listen to it. I mean, if you want to, go ahead. But again, the more views, the more clicks or whatever, they're going to go back to Trump and be like, look, 30 million people went to the website. 100 million people watched this. And you know that Donald Trump likes to give substance to his followers. So if they bring a lot of attention to this, he will reward them. Well, not reward them, but he will answer them and like, hey, this is something we want from you. We put you in office. We'll give you, and Donald Trump likes to give his base what they want. This is what my fear is. Now, in this video, he says a lot of things that are false. If you do watch it, just know that 90% of the things are false. I'm not even going to play them, but he goes on to say that the reason why he thinks he should be pardoned is that he doesn't believe that he should have been found guilty to begin with. He goes on and says things that are untrue, that George Floyd had some things that were in his system that caused him to be able to not breathe on his own, which is not true. He did have things in his system, but the report, the toxicology report and the autopsy and all of that had totally disregarded that and said the reason why he was unalived. He also said stuff about his knee not being on his neck, that it was on his back and shoulder. All of these things were disproven. I told you guys this with the Tory Lanez case, I think on Monday's show, where people can get on podcasts nowadays. This is the one thing I don't like about podcasts and YouTube and stuff, and say whatever they want. And people will go and just say, okay, well, this person said that, so it must be true. So I think a lot of people are going to hear this, which is the reason why I don't want to play it, are going to hear this and say, oh, I always thought that he did have his knee on his neck. I always thought this, always thought that. But now Ben Shapiro was telling me otherwise. Whereas if you went on mainstream media, they would, or a respected journalist, they would tell you the facts and say, well, hey, this is Ben's opinion. However, in the court of law, it was determined by blah, 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 that this is how he was unalived, et cetera, et cetera. And because of those facts is the reason why the jury found him guilty of all counts. You know what I'm saying? Like, all counts, not some, nothing. This is not like a Gervonta Tank Davis fight where it's, one was a draw, one was speculative. No, this was unanimous across the board. Okay, done. If you say that you want to have him pardoned, use another reason, find another excuse. Don't try to tell us lies. This is what I don't like about this. Anyways, sorry, I know I'm talking a lot, but these things really get to me, and I really hope that this doesn't gain too much traction and they do not let Derek Chauvin out, because he deserves to be in there. If you ask me, he deserves to be in there longer than 22 years. All right. Anyways, here is a small clip from Ben Shapiro.
If we are issuing pardons, however, there is one person that President Trump should pardon from federal charges forthwith. It would be incredibly controversial, but I think that it's absolutely necessary. That person is Derek Chauvin. President Trump should, in fact, pardon Derek Chauvin. He should pardon him his federal charges. But when it came to BLM, the inciting event for the BLM riots that caused $2 billion in property damage in the United States and set America's race relations on their worst footing in my lifetime, was, in fact, the railroading of Derek Chauvin in the death of George Floyd. The evidence demonstrates that Derek Chauvin did not, and it led to vast chaos. It led to, again, the destruction of racial comedy in the United States. Derek Chauvin should, in fact, be pardoned on that. We will be covering that a lot more in coming weeks.
He goes on to talk about BLM, and this was the poster child of BLM. He talks about Joe Biden saying that, he was influencing the jury, which is not true, because he never made a comment until after the jury got. I think he waited until the jury was there. What's the word I'm looking for? They were deliberating, and he was saying that he influenced the jury, which is not true. Okay, he didn't say it during the trial. The jury didn't know anything. I wish he would have waited until after the verdict was read. Whatever. Anyways, he just goes on to say that just BLM, he was the poster child of this. He even says that, I think we maybe played it, where he said like this was the end of racial comedy. So he's just trying to allude to the fact that since we're pardoning people, since we're dismantling DEI, critical race theory, and all that stuff, Derek Chauvin, he was the poster child of this movement in the U.S. in 2020, and seeing that he was a poster child on one who was wrongfully convicted, that President Trump should give him a pardon. So y'all know me already. Love to hear your side of this. Anybody who thinks or agrees with him, I already gave you my stance, and I think I was pretty clear on that. And I always like to see both sides. I don't see anything on this side personally, but I'm always open to hear. Let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think about this. And like I said, just want to reiterate one last time, for those of you who do not want to see Derek Chauvin pardoned, for those of you who do not want to give this any light, don't search the video, don't go to the website, don't support this whatsoever. And as quiet as, well, actually kind of already pretty loud, but the quieter that it is, the less incentive that Donald Trump will have to look into this. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Our second lead story. China says they are ready for any type of battle with the U.S. following Donald Trump's tariffs. All right, this is exactly verbatim what China said. If battle is what the U.S. wants, be it a tariff battle or a trade battle or any other type of battle, we're ready to fight till the end. Yo, I don't know about y'all, but that makes me a little bit nervous. Putin already does make me nervous. We know that, but that's a him and Ukraine thing. And we're kind of just like, the rest of the world's kind of like, hey guys, could you guys want to make peace or whatever? But China and the US, this is like their own battle. And I feel like they've been wanting to like battle each other for years. And this might just be like, oh, let's just start it out with this and see where we could take it. That's all I'm saying. I'm nervous. Anyways, as we previously reported, Donald Trump recently inflicted increased tariffs on some of the country's top trading partners, including Canada, Mexico, and China. With these increased tariff prices and trade battles, it's seemingly getting closer to ever before, and China says they are ready for whatever. I just don't like their tone. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm down for whatever. Like, already that's fighting words right there. You know what I'm saying? Not like, oh, we're going to, Canada's like, we want to work. We want to do this. We're going to shut off the electricity. China's like, yo, I'm down for whatever. Like, I don't even want to talk about the tariffs. Like, what do you want to talk about? Like, what up? You know? Anyways, China spoke out through their official U.S. embassy Twitter account, claiming they are prepared for any type of battle the U.S. wants to engage in, whether it be a tariff battle, a trade battle, or any other type of battle. They are prepared. This strong rhetoric comes after Trump announced an additional 10% on all Chinese goods. If battle is what they want, okay, I already read that to you already. Intimidation does not scare us. That does not work with us. Pressuring, coercions, or threats are not the right way to deal with China. That is what the Chinese president said in a statement. Even the article is like, it's honestly getting scary. Like, you know, and y'all know me, I always try to stay optimistic. Like, guys, let's try to find the silver lining. Maybe this, maybe that. Like, I don't know. Like I told you, it seems as if like China has been like ready for this. Like what? Yo, he only said, and listen, let's give Trump credit. Trump didn't hint at anything else other than tariffs. Whether you like it or not, you have to be honest and say that's all he said. He didn't indicate nothing else. I mean, if anything, he's talking about Canada more than he's talking about China. But while he's saying Canada, he's like, well, why don't you come to the 51st state? And he's like joking around about Trudeau being a governor when he's really just the prime minister of Canada. So, you know, he's talked about these tariffs really just about money. You have to give him credit for that. What is China up to talking about other things or hinting or insinuating at other things? You know what I mean? Like why, I'm wondering why they took his 10% tariffs to heart like that. Like at the end there, why did they say, yeah, pressuring, coercion, and threats are not the right way to deal with China? Like he was just talking about money, China. You know what I mean? Anyways, I don't know what to say, man. You know, if anybody is Chinese in the comment section, help me out here. I love China. I've been there 4 or 5 times. One time I went like 3 times in a year. Shanghai, Beijing, Guangzhou, Yiwu. I can't remember the 3 other places. Yeah, when I was in retail, I went out there to try to like source some stuff. Anyways, I won't tell you why I ended up there. That's a whole other story for another day. But shout out to China. I think my friend now moved to Japan. My friend was out there. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. What do you guys think about this? How do you feel? Do you think China is overreacting? Do you agree with me that Trump was just taking this about money? You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, as much as I don't agree with these tariff battles, Trump campaigned on this. He said America first. He wants companies to invest in America, spend and keep the dollar in America. I don't agree with it, but that's what he campaigned on. And he won the popular vote. He won the 7 swing states. He is doing exactly what he said he wanted to do. Yeah, tough, man. Anyways, hope this doesn't turn into anything more. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to quick news. Ring my Thursday bell. For those of my daily listeners, you get the joke. Let's get it. Our first quick story. DeSantis goes after Tate. I wish they would have said, and Candace Owens is helping out Andrew Tate. All right, before I read this to you, just going to give you guys a little bit of a backstory. Last week, we told you about Andrew Tate finally being able to leave Romania from all of his charges, even though it's still not finished yet. They said you can leave the country. And we told you, actually, we even talked about it in lead stories. Why did we talk about it? Oh, because we're talking about Trump. And I told you guys that it's speculated and sources have said that Donald Trump helped Andrew Tate get out of Romania and back in the U.S. When I told you guys that last week, I was so upset about this. If there's 2 people who I really do not like in this world, is Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate. And a lot of you agreed with me. I think most of you agree with me, especially the women in the comment section. And ironically, Ron DeSantis actually didn't want him in Florida and sent some people after him. Now, I'm going to read to you this tweet here, but I find it ironic that people of all people, Candace Owens is helping Andrew Tate out. Now, I know a lot of you people in the comment section, the Donald Trump supporters or the Republicans in the comment section really like Candace Owens. And I really would like to know from the women that what you guys think about Candace Owens having Andrew Tate's back and helping him out in this situation. When somebody like even Ron DeSantis is like, yo, we don't want him in Florida. Get out of here, you know? And this is what I'm trying to tell you about Candace Owens. She's good at what she does, and I agree with some things, but then she does stuff like this that I was like, what are you talking about? Like, for a woman to be trying to give Andrew Tate a platform, like, I just have some respect for yourself, Candace. Anyways, I have a video, but let me play what's going on with Andrew Tate in Florida, okay? Last week, I directed my office to work with our law enforcement partners to conduct a preliminary inquiry into Andrew and Tristan Tate. Based on a thorough review of evidence, I've directed the Office of Statewide Prosecution to execute search warrants and issue subpoenas in a now active criminal investigation into the Tate brothers. Thank you, America. Thank you, Ron DeSantis. I never thought I'd be thanking Ron DeSantis because we don't see eye to eye most of the time, but shout out to Ron. Shocked that Candace would have him on her show, man. Anyways, here is a little bit of Andrew Tate and Candace Owens. Take a listen.
I'm shocked. I can't even imagine how you're feeling right now. You're probably finally thought after 3 years of Romania just essentially saying you're not allowed to leave your house, took them forever to even bring charges against you, that when you land on American soil, okay, great. At least I'm in a place where there will be due process and there won't be these sorts of witch hunts.
Yeah, I believed it was the land of the free and the home of the brave. But I am extremely disappointed that after flying to my home nation, the country I was born in, the country my father served for, the country I hold the passport of, they've decided, because of media spin and slurs, to instantly attack me.
I'm happy for these seizures. I'm happy for this search warrant. I'm happy of all of it. I cannot wait for them to find something on this guy, charge him, and put him away for good. Him and his brother. Let me know what you guys think about this. And please, ladies, let me know what you think about Candace giving Andrew Tate a platform. Our second quick story. Future calls IG model Gorgeous Doll Delulu and Messi after she airs out their alleged 5-year secret relationship. All right, we told you guys this, I think, like on Monday, and I was like, I don't really feel like this is Future. He tweeted now, so it might have been him, but let's just get into it and see. We really don't hear from Future much unless his songs are playing on the radio, but the low-key rapper is speaking out to clear his name. Now, if you've been on social media the past couple of days, especially on TikTok, then you've come across IG model and reality star Gorgeous Doll's explosive storytime series where she alleges that she was recently involved with Future for 5 years. By the way, sorry, but as I said before, if you're with somebody for 5 years, don't you think you'd have some text messages, some pictures, some receipts? Like, this girl has nothing. Anyways, the Now That's TV reality star didn't hold back, dropping several videos detailing their alleged time together. According to her, everything came crashing down when she allegedly caught Future with multiple women, one of them being rapper Des Dior, who Future publicly dated in 2020 to 2021. Doll claims that everything she tried to speak out about, Future attempted to silence her, but this time she refuses to be quiet. However, Future, who typically stays silent when it comes to online drama, has had a few things to get off of his chest. In a now deleted tweet, he addressed the situation head on. This is what allegedly, well, no, it's not alleged. This is what this is what Future tweeted out. Level up every chance you get. Delulu and Messi. Album about to be fire, trust me. And I live a private life. Anything else is clickbait. So he didn't address it really head on like the article was saying. He didn't say Gorgeous Doll or, I refute all of this or whatever. However, he's saying it's clickbait. So it's either one or two things. Either she is telling the truth or somewhat of the truth and it's getting to him, or she's flat out lying and it's getting to him. There's something getting to him. But if we know Future well enough, he never lets anything get to him, like the article says. So the fact that he is addressing this, and we've seen things like this before and he doesn't address, it's now making me feel like it might be true. But by the way, it's still totally irrelevant because like I said on Monday, like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, Future has been known to be with multiple women all the time. This is what I don't understand, why this is such a big story. Like, okay, he was with you for 5 years. While the 5 years that he was with you and Des Dior, he was with 5 or 10 other women weekly, I'm sure. So I still don't understand why this is like one of the most viral things talked about this week. Like, there's the gorgeous doll and Trump tariffs. Like, what? Anyways, I try not to get into relationship things. My final thought on this is, even though that phone call that I played for you guys on Monday didn't sound like Future, I feel like I'm starting to believe her, the fact that that Future responded. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. Our third quick story. Trump makes young boy battling cancer a Secret Service agent. All right, President Trump honored 13-year-old cancer survivor DJ Daniels by making him an honorary Secret Service agent. DJ Daniels, a 13-year-old boy from Texas battling rare cancer since 2018, has defied the odds and captured hearts nationwide. Despite being given 5 months, DJ has spent the past 6 years pursuing his dream of becoming a police officer. At the State of the Union, as DJ sat at the Capitol gallery wearing a Houston Police Department uniform, President Donald Trump honored his resilience and announced that DJ would be an official part of the Secret Service. I thought that was really nice. The moment was met by bipartisan applause as Secret Service Director presented DJ with his badge while his father proudly lifted him into the air. DJ has already been sworn in by over 230 law enforcement agencies, far surpassing his initial goal of 100. DJ's story is one of strength, perseverance, and commitment to making a difference, one badge at a time. Here's a picture of DJ and his Secret Service badge or whatever, card, whatever you want to call it. I thought that was really, really nice. There's been a lot of kind of back and forth online about this, where Trump and Musk are apparently making some cuts in the government, that if these cuts would have been made prior in the past administration, people like DJ would have been affected and he may not have been here right now. So they were like, hey, how are you honoring DJ, but you're taking away money to help kids in his situation? Now, I understand that. You guys know I always see things on both sides, so I understand that. However, it's not like Trump and Elon Musk are just cutting out, cancer treatment money. They're doing so many cuts. So you cannot say that Trump can't go and honor anybody at any speech because of what they're doing with Doge. It's just not fair. I understand if you don't like what he's doing at Doge, that's a whole other conversation, but it was not just DJ. There was DJ and a bunch of other people that he was highlighting. Now, another thing that people were saying online was the fact that that Trump was just doing this as a stunt, and he was just doing this to kind of win our hearts over, to get away from the fact of the bad things that he's doing while he's in office. And every single president does that. Joe Biden does that. Barack Obama does that. Everybody. Now, is it to say they're doing it to take away from what's going on? That's up for you to decide. But every president always brings people to, I know it wasn't a State of the Union, but it pretty much was just an unofficial one. But they always, we want to bring Ben, who was this, that did this. We want to bring Sarah. Sarah has done this. And it's just showing you that, hey, we're doing things for you, the American people. They did it at the Democratic convention. They did it at the Republican convention. They always bring people from the everyday walks of life to show what their policies are doing and to show that they're looking out for America. So I just don't agree with saying, oh, that was just a stunt. Because if Donald Trump is doing it as a stunt, then so was Biden and so was every other president that has always done it. So, Trump has enough things that you could get on him about. This was a good moment. I thought it was really nice. And I think it worked. It worked. It showed that he does have a sympathetic side, regardless if you think it's real or not. The rest of the day, I'll just tell you guys about it quickly because you guys know of how we tape. When things end that late into the night, we cannot get it into the show. So we were not able to get it into Wednesday's show. I thought it was a good address. I thought it was a good speech. Far too long. I would have liked, it sounded almost to me more like what do they call that? You know, when they win, like not an acceptance speech, but after they win and they know that they won the presidency. It sounded like that, I would have liked to have heard a little bit more details of like, yes, tell us what you've done. That's great. But let us know other things that you're planning to do. And I think the biggest miss is, what are you doing for the economy? Like, we all know what you've done in the past 43 or 46 days. What are you going to do? Like, you've done all this stuff with immigration and tariffs and all that stuff. When are you going to lower prices on gas? When are you going to lower prices on eggs? When are you going to lower interest rates, housing, and all of that stuff? When are you going to do stuff for the actual American people? That's what I felt was missed. But anyways, this segment is about DJ. So shout out to DJ Daniels and shout out to Trump for pulling off a good, whatever you want to call it, having a good highlight during that speech. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. Our fourth quick story. Bhad Bhabie reveals she made $75 million from OnlyFans. Bhad Bhabie is revealing just how much she raked in from her OnlyFans success. During a live streaming session with rapper DDG, the artist and influencer opened up about her impressive earnings on the platform. When we first started, I made $1 million in 6 hours. By the end of the day, it was more like $4 million. She added, now it's a net of like $75 million. So what has she done with that $75 million? According to her, she has invested it in real estate and cars. Here is a video, but just to remind you guys, I know her stage name is Bhad Bhabie, but this is the Catch Me Outside girl. Yes, the Dr. Phil. Catch me outside, Dan. How about that? Catch me outside, Dan. Yeah, this is her. $75 million. That's like an NBA contract. $75 million. Bhad Bhabie. Here she is.
Like, what's the most you made in a day on there?
When we first started, I made $1 million in 6 hours. Oh, and by the end of the day, it was at like $4 million. Oh my God. And now overall, the net on it is like 75.
Oh my God.
Yo, shout out to Bhad Bhabie. By the way, sidebar, you know what's really cool about this show? This is the only show that can talk about tariffs and Donald Trump, China, and then go to Bhad Bhabie. Yo, this is why y'all tuned in, right? Yo, only on the Trent Out Loud podcast will you hear tariffs and OnlyFans within the same minute. Shout out to us. Our fifth quick story. Joseline Hernandez was trying to have with me, S-E-X, says Amber Rose. All right, Amber Rose was on Club Shay Shay. Shout out to Club Shay Shay. Y'all know I never miss an episode. And she finally told us how their beef went down and how it actually really started, how it really wasn't started from actual beef. It started because Amber turned her down. Now, I have a little video. I'll play a little clip for you. Obviously, I can't play a lot because of copyright reasons. But I just want this also to go in the bucket of me trying to do a better job with covering reality TV shows. I told you guys last week that I'm going to try to do a better job, but it's hard for me because I do not watch reality TV. But I do know about Amber Rose and I do know about Joseline Hernandez. I love both of them. And I never watched College Hill, but I do know that they have beef. So it was interesting to find out the origins of this beef. I'm doing a good job, right? Here is Amber Rose.
Joseline Hernandez fight. You guys make up?
No.
Damn! Tell us how you really feel.
Forever. I don't think about her, but I just don't like her. There's no reason to forgive her.
What led to this? Why was it like this? How did it become so contentious?
You know, I never said this, Shannon. I'm gonna say this on your show,
Okay, I
and I'm
appreciate
gonna give the truth to the world, to the internet. Okay.
Okay.
Joseline Hernandez was trying to have sex with me the whole time I was on College Hill.
So there you go. It all started because Joseline got shut down. Now, I'm sure Joseline is going to come back and be like, oh, that's just not right, number one. But it does sound a little bit like Joseline for the little bit that I know of her. I don't feel like she takes rejection well. So I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say, I believe Amber Rose. What do you guys think about this in the comment section below? Our sixth quick story. Jaiden Alexis and Chrisean Rock exchange words on X amid Jaiden revealing that Blueface's B word hit the Migos for a McChicken. All right, I guess seeing that we talked about Bhad Bhabie is just all been downhill from here. I'll throw back in some tariff stuff in here somehow, don't worry. All right, so y'all know that Chrisean Rock's my favorite. Love her, love her. See, I'm not so bad. I do a little bit of it. I know Joseline and I know Chrisean. Anyways, so one of the reasons why I actually want to talk about this is I'm going to read to you something that Chrisean tweeted that sounds so mature. I'm really proud of her. Anyways, the text message in question that kind of really started everything off is she said, and my baby daddy's B words hit the Migos for a repost and a McChicken. Okay, so that was in the title. Chrisean and Jaiden had a little back and forth this morning after Chrisean married Blueface while he was behind bars. Blueface is allegedly ignoring Jaiden and their kids and his child support payment. Okay, so they actually had this a little bit wrong because Chrisean and them got married. I think it was actually even before this year. Anyways, we told you guys about it when they got married. At first, we didn't know if it was true. Then Chrisean's aunt came out and said that it was true. And yes, I've been hearing that is true, that ever since I got married, he doesn't even talk to Jaiden. Okay. And by the way, for those who don't know, Jaiden is his first baby mama. Is his first baby mama? Yeah, it's his first baby mama. Okay. But then he went with Chrisean, then he left back and then went with Jaiden, and now he's married to Chrisean. Anyways, so Jaiden also tweeted about this and said, who marry an N-word who don't call his kids and owe child support? Just give me my money. Now, there was a lot of back and forth. I'm going to post all of it. I'm not going to read all of it. It will literally take like 10 minutes. But I just want to read you guys a little part of what Chrisean said. Listen to this. At Jaiden, I married him because I took a risk on love. You worry about why I married him. I'm wondering why our kids ain't fully meat yet. You held my son when he was 3 to 4 months old. I understand that you're feeling hurt and disappointed right now, and I truly empathize with what you're going through. It's important to acknowledge those feelings, but I also want to remind you that your worth isn't defined by somebody else's actions. I'm passing you this advice because somebody once told me this when I was crashing out. You have so much potential and strength within you, and I believe in your ability to overcome this and create something amazing for yourself and your kids. You can't be confused if you don't call the kids, if you bragging online how you don't pick up the calls. Telling the world F him while he's locked up, plus his mother exploiting our babies for clout. Pick a better babysitter. Okay, so she goes on to talk about her mother, etc. Then here's another part 2 to the post. I'm not going to read all of that. You guys could pause it and read it if you want. Then Jaiden says, I wouldn't read all that even if I was paid to, for the love of God. Be quiet, okay? Why did I just spell out God? Sorry. Anyways, she wrote other stuff here too. Then this is what Chrisean wrote back. Again, feel free to pause it and read it. And here is another one again too. And here's another one. I told you it was long. Anyways, I'm happy for Chrisean's growth. A couple of people are like, yo, Chat GPT entered the chat. I don't really think that's fair. And there are some grammatical errors. Chat GPT doesn't make grammatical errors. So I don't think she Chat GPT'd it and then was like, let me make some mistakes. No. Anyways, who knows what's going to come of this? But like I said, I think this is some growth for Chrisean if she actually wrote this. So shout out to Chris. Oh, and of course, whose side are you on? Are you on Jaiden's side, or are you on Chrisean's side, or are you on Blueface's side? Like, do you feel like it's right for him to not call Jaiden and not pay his money and all that stuff. Y'all know how I feel about baby daddy issues and baby daddies not standing up for people. So I hope nobody's on Blueface's side, but Jaiden does have a right to be calling him out, right? She does have a right to say something if he's not, regardless if she's dragging him, he should at least call the kids and pay his child support. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Our 7th quick story. Tory Lanez releases album cover, and Tory says, "Dear Summer 2025, this comeback is personal." Tory Lanez was captured on the cover of his album with a caption teasing a comeback. Okay, I don't know if that makes sense. Tory was captured on the cover of his album with a caption teasing a comeback. Anyways, who am I to say what's grammatically correct or not? Anyways, so this is Tory Lanez's album cover. We told you guys about this. We told you it was coming. We showed you guys clips of him actually recording while he was in jail. I remember that fight that broke out. So it looks like it's dropping soon. While I have said a few times that I wish that Tory would really just focus on his appeal process, I do understand that he has a family and he has people that are depending on him. And him being locked up, he cannot make money. So this is a way for him to make money. I get it. A lot of people are like, oh, how could he put an album out? I told you guys a couple of weeks ago how Vybz Kartel put out multiple albums while he was in jail. If you have a great engineer, you could do pretty much anything now in 2025. So anticipate this album coming. And for his fans that want it, it will be here. Go out and support it because it will help him with everything, right? You need money to fight these cases and do all of this stuff. But we also even played a podcast that he was on a few days ago. I will say, though, to Tory and his teams, I know if you guys watched the podcast, concentrate on the appeal process. Don't get too sidetracked. There's also another case with Megan and the online blogger. Like, I feel like Tory gets too caught up sometimes and gets himself in trouble. And remember, like I told you guys, the only reason why Tory is inside right now and he has this sentencing and he was found guilty is because of the stuff he did online to antagonize Megan, to have her change her story and be like, oh, by the way, you know what? It wasn't a piece of glass. It was actually him. And it was because he was running his mouth talking online. Now, whether you agree if what she did was right or wrong, that is a whole other conversation. I'm just saying, if Tory just would have kept his mouth shut, nothing would have happened. Megan was covering up for everybody in the beginning. So I just don't want him to get caught up putting out this album. And then, he does interviews, somebody says the wrong thing, and then Megan comes out the woodwork again. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this album art, and let me know if you're excited about the album. Our 8th quick story. Kim Kardashian's Instagram account flooded with free Tory after she used one of his songs. Somebody says this is a wild song choice. All right. The song that she used was the color violet, I think it was. Anyways, the quick article says Kim got some people rallying for Tory Lanez after using his music in a post. All right, so Kim Kardashian is promoting the return of her bathing suit line. I don't know much about this, but I've seen it everywhere. Ladies, tell me, is this she doesn't always carry bathing suits and she used to carry them and now she's bringing them back out the archives, or what is it all about? She has this big 60-foot balloon in the middle of Times Square with her and this bathing suit. Tell me a little bit more details. I really don't want to have to dig and find out. I don't get too much into like women's bathing suits. All right. I have enough time with relationships and reality TV. I cut it off at women's bathing suits. Anyways, what I wanted to tell you guys is that people are making a little bit of a mistake with this. People are thinking that she's just like, I don't know, like try to advocate for Tory Lanez, but you guys got to think that like Kim Kardashian is a little bit smarter than that. I heard people like, oh, maybe she just likes the song. Okay. Kim Kardashian used to kind of date or kind of see Tory Craig. Don't get it confused with Tory Lanez. Tory Craig. Megan Thee Stallion's present boyfriend. If you guys remember, I told you a couple of months ago where there was kind of like leaked messages that Tory Craig was cheating on Megan, and Megan had taken some pictures like with them, like was like a mirror selfie or whatever, and put it out there. And so she hasn't totally come out and said that she was with him, but of course they put out like selfies and stuff. So that today means that we're going steady. Anyway, so Tory Craig, what I've been hearing, I didn't even really have to dig deep for this one, but from what I've been hearing from people, it's Kim taking a shot at Tory Craig and Megan Thee Stallion. And that's why she's like, okay, y'all want to play around and do y'all thing, throw it in my face. Maybe something may have happened at the Oscar Awards. Let's just put it there, okay? So think about it. So that's what happened. And Kim was like, oh, really? You want to stunt? Well, no problem. Boom, I'm playing some Tory music. And you guys know that there is a group of people on the Tory side and a group of people on the Megan side. And somebody as influential as Kim Kardashian playing a Tory Lanez song, that gives permission for other influencers and other people to be like, oh, word? It's cool to play Tory Lanez? You know, that would be like somebody playing R. Kelly or playing, you know, Diddy, where some people are like, ugh, I don't want to take that risk. But then when somebody who's prominent starts doing it, it gives permission to everybody else. So, you know, Megan and Kim got into a little thing, and she was like, okay, cool, no problem. You want to try to be, I'll show you who is the bigger influencer out here. And that's why she's playing Tory Lanez music. And you're going to see more and more people going over to Tory's side. And the more people who are on Tory's side is the less people who will be on Meg's side. And the appeal process is coming out. And the album is coming out. Things are not looking good for Meg. But you know, Meg, you're still my girl. Love you. Love the pasties. Love the outfit. Okay? I know a couple of people in the comment section didn't like what I had to say about Kim, but I also liked Kim's outfit at the Oscars. A lot of Kim hate in my section. All right, anyways, who are you guys on? Are you Team Tory or Team Megan? I don't think I've ever asked you guys that. Let me know in the comment section. Are you Team Tory or Team Megan? Forget about Kim for a second. Whose side are you on this? I would like to take a poll and know in the comment section below. Let me know. All right, this brings me to my favorite segment of the day, comments of the day. Yesterday I was like, my favorite segment, question of the day. So I hope you guys caught, well, I'm sure you did catch it, but I had to put on the screen, we mean comment of the day, not question of the day. I know some of you guys play this and don't always see the screen or watching it on YouTube platforms. Podcast platforms. So anyways, let me stop talking so much. Comment of the day. All right. Mark says, Yad man, Jamaican food. However, after living in DC, where there's a large Ethiopian population, I forgot about their food. Absolutely delicious and fun to eat with the honey wine for libation. All right. That's exactly what I was saying yesterday. Ethiopian food is so good. So thank you for shouting out both Jamaica and, of course, Ethiopian food. Brittany Palmer said, I agree the weekends are so long without your podcast. I actually don't mind Mondays anymore because of your show. I can't wait to start the podcast as soon as I get to work from Arkansas. Thank you so much, Brittany, for that. So many good things. I hate Mondays too, as you guys know, but I like the fact that I'm able to try to make your Monday a little bit better, and that makes my Monday a little bit better. You know what I mean? So thank you so much. And of course, thank you so much for saying where you're from. I asked people to do that. Oh, by the way, thank you to Mark. I forgot to say shout out to DC. Mark was in DC. One of my first girlfriends from like when I was like a teenager was from DC. So shout out to DC. Love DC. See how American I am, man? I was even dating girls from the US when I was young. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, shout out to Brittany from Arkansas. I've ever been to Arkansas? I feel like I have. Anyways, thank you for that. Thank you for loving my Monday show. And thank you for letting me know that you would be down to watch a weekend show, Brittany. All right. Patty says, good morning. This is so unfair, and there should be more charges against Jay-Z for harassment towards her parents and herself. Thank you from Southern Ontario. Whoop, whoop. I always say that I don't have Canadian viewership. So thank you, Southern Ontario. That's the province right beside Quebec, where I was born. We'll leave the Jay-Z thing alone. We talked about that at length. I'm trying to go through a day without talking about Jay-Z and Diddy. Give me some props. But Patty, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your comment. And thank you for shouting out. Thank you for shouting out Southern Ontario. And by the way, when I say I don't have viewership in Canada, We, of course we do, but it's US first, then United Kingdom, and then Canada is the third. I just find it's funny that I'm Canadian and we're third. Represent. But yo, Patty is out here representing. So thank you, Patty. Allison wrote and said, "Hi, my name is Ali, and I watch you every day from UK, England." See what I told you guys, man? I'm telling you, man. Shout out UK. You cheer me up daily. Thank you. All I can say is anyone can father a child, but it takes a real man to be a dad. Also, I feel sorry for Jane Doe. It feels like she and her family have been. Also, I haven't heard you cover anything about Matthew Perry lately. Is his trial coming up soon? Do you know? Thanks again for seeing both sides so fairly. All right, Ali, thank you so much for that comment. Thank you for saying where you're from, England. The Jane Doe thing, yeah, we talked about yesterday. I like your comment about the real dad. I totally agree. And the Matthew Perry thing, I actually saw something today about it. And maybe we'll try to cover it tomorrow. And I actually did hear, I think it is covering soon, but I'll look into it. If I find anything else, we'll talk about it tomorrow or on Monday. And most importantly, thank you for calling out the fact that I try my best to always see things from both sides and cover wherever the story is fairly. Thank you so much for that. Shout out to England. I'll tell you guys a story about England one day when I was a teenager. All right. So Carmen said, "Love you. I watch every morning. Keep up the good work." Carmen from New Jersey. All right. Shout out Jersey. Y'all know I used to live in Jersey. Gosh, for a little while, a couple of years. Used to always go over to Philly. I was in South Jersey and a little bit in North Jersey to jump over to Philly. So love that. I remember I used to take the train from Jersey to New York City, Manhattan every morning when I was modeling. So anyways, shout out to Carmen. And again, thank you for putting out where you're from. For those of you who don't know, I asked yesterday, anytime you're commenting, please put where your comments are coming from, okay? Dessert Flower said, "Yes, don't burn yourself out." And also, Kayla Wilson said, "Hey, Trent from the A. I'm a Georgia peach, homie." All right, so Dessert was me asking, sorry, I know your name is not Dessert, but Dessert Flower. That was me asking, hey, should I do stuff on weekends? And he's saying, or he or she is saying, don't burn yourself out. Okay, I get it. Thank you for saying that. And I do have to be reminded because I am a workaholic and I did almost like burn myself out a few times when I was in the retail industry and modeling. So thank you for reminding me that. And also, Kayla, shout out to Atlanta. I was just in Atlanta I think I was there last April for Charlemagne's podcast festival, and I will be there again this April. I think he just announced it like 2 weeks ago or a week ago. So I will be in the A. Kyla, come out there and holla at me, all right? Georgia Peach, what up? Kayla, hope I'm pronouncing it right. Y'all know I'm bad with pronouncing. All right. I Shop Cool. Trent, your podcast is so good. Just go live, add a pretty lady partner, and it's on. Next level. We will join your stream. And where's your merch? A black cap with the letters TOL. Good job supporting Aaron and Tiana Taylor. This comment comes from you from the best adult city in the world, Las Vegas. Shout out to Vegas. I used to go to Vegas twice a year. Oh my gosh, almost for like 10 years. All of the tier 1 and tier 0 Nike account holders used to meet twice a year out in Vegas. I miss going to Vegas. Actually, it got a little redundant because I used to go there so much, but it's been a couple of years since I haven't been. So definitely shout out to Vegas. I have a friend of mine out there who's like, yo, you got to come out here and golf and all that stuff. So maybe I might be out there soon. Who knows? Linda said, Linda from Chicago, Chi-Town, what up? Windy City, what's going on? And I would love some impromptu weekend shows. Not enough content creators posting on the weekend. I need something to watch on the weekends too. Your show is fun and informative. That's why I keep coming back. Yo, Chi-Town, what up, man? Thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. Mine Benda NYC says, I'm with Ant-Man. She chose to have her kid. Now she has to deal with what comes with that, good or bad. Okay, Mind Benda, thank you for your comment. It doesn't say where you're from, but I guess your name has NYC, so I'm going to say that you're from New York. And from your avatar, I could see that you're a male. So thank you very much. I don't get a lot of male comments. You guys know most of my viewers are women, 70%. So thank you. However, mind Benda, I'm gonna disagree with you in such a major way because when you say she chose to have her kid, how could you say that, bro? She chose to have her kid or their kid? That's what you're missing. And totally respect your opinion. I hope this doesn't make you not want to comment again, because I'm going to look, I want to see what you say to this. I mean, this is the whole part of the show, is to have the conversation. But if you take out that word, not her kid, their kid, because it is a partnership, she didn't make that baby together. If she chose to have their kid, does she still have to deal with what comes with that, good or bad? Because it's theirs. And this is my whole point with Ant. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, Ant Edwards, NBA superstar, we told you in yesterday's podcast how he doesn't want to have anything to do with his newborn 4-year-old daughter. He tried to have his baby mama not keep the baby, do all that stuff. He's in a total other relationship. Obviously was cheating, or maybe they have an open relationship. Who knows? Anyways, he got another girl pregnant, and now he wants nothing to do. He doesn't want to see. He doesn't want to have custody. He doesn't want to have rights, nothing. He just wants to know his child support payments. And that is so wrong, because a child, just like the other comment just a couple of comments ago, anybody could be a father, or anybody could be a dad. No, anybody could be a father, but it takes a real man to be a dad. Y'all know what I'm saying. Anyways, so if you just change that word, does that change anything to you? It is their kid, meaning that he is responsible, not just financially. Anyways, I'll be looking out for your comments. Mind Benda. The Dawn 11238 says, the best way to describe the Doechii situation is, remember when folks found out Erykah Badu wore fake dreads? Very good example, The Dawn. Very good example. So that was yesterday when I was trying to describe that when I found out that Doechii had a BBL, not like I have a problem with it at all. And she looks great. It looks supernatural, but she's so authentic in her rap style and the things that she talks about and the way she dresses and her whole package. I was just surprised to find out that she would get a BBL, and I was trying to find a good way to describe it. This is a great way, Don. So thank you very much. All right. That's it for the comment section. Sorry that the comment section might be a little bit long. I don't know if you guys do find it long. My intention was to pick one comment, but I literally, because I look at every single comment, and I can't just pick one. So let me know if you guys think it's getting on a little too long, but I want to try to keep to like 4 or 5. But just know, even though I can't read all of them, they're in the hundreds, or sometimes 200-300, I will, I do look at every single one of them before I go to bed. That is what I do. I've gotten away from watching all my streaming shows, and I go through all the comments every night, so I see everything. All right. Let's go to social discussion. All right. This brings us to social discussion of the day. What's one advice you would give President Trump right now? All right. Normally, I don't go to comment sections for social discussion, but I wanted to give you guys some ideas to kind of like not jog your memory, but kind of like get your mind going of what some other people have to say in social discussion. All right. So one person said, resign before you totally destroy the United States of America. Okay. I don't know if that's really advice. Keep up. He's doing good. That's good. Drink a glass of, okay, I'm not going to say that. Please resign now. Okay. Maybe somebody said, go take a nap. A long one. Please resign. Time is up. Go towards the light. Okay. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Have breakfast with 10 respectable human beings and listen to what they have to say about the world. Okay. It's an idea. There we go. Finally, I was about to give up, but I finally found one. Somebody says, you Musk vans and the Russian Republicans move to Russia with your buddy Putin. Okay. Leave office and never come back. Oh my gosh. All right. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Okay. Anyways. I would say keep up the good work. Okay, no. All right. I'm going to just drop that. All right. Let's just depend on me. All right. I'm all you guys need. So listen, My advice to Trump, I've hinted this a couple of times in the comment section below. Really good advice. No jokes, okay? He is the president of the United States. He was there, voted in fairly, although there's some people that are going to say he cheated. He didn't really get in there fairly. Even friends of mine have said that. And I was like, listen, if he didn't get in fairly, I'm sure the Democrats would have brought him to court already. He's there. He's our president. You can't tell him to get out. It's not going to happen. My advice to Donald Trump would be, bruh. And that's how it would started off. Bruh. Look, since January 20th, you've done a lot of stuff. It's not more than any other president has done in the past 4 years. That's what he said at the address. I've done more in 43 days than any other president in their 4 or 8 year span. Craziness. But I would say, look, you have done a great job thus far at appealing to your base. Very, very good job. You've done a very good job of fulfilling your campaign promises. However, let's not only appeal to your base continuing and fulfilling your promises continuing going forward. I would try to start tapering it off. Let it go another month or so. It's fine. You want to play around with terrorists, get everybody word or whatever. But I would really suggest to the president of the United States to start thinking about the United States. And I know that it's not really Donald Trump to think on a fully bipartisan basis, but I would ask him to, or I would recommend for him to stop looking so much at the politics and start looking at the well-being of his people, because that's what a good president does. Gas prices, housing, interest rates, inflation, grocery stores, like it's really not a joke. It's hard out here. And I know immigration is a priority, and I know America First is a priority, but I have a lot of friends in the US. I have a lot of family members in the US, and you know how much of my heart is in the United States of America. It's one of my favorite places in the world. Please, 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 please try to look away from the politics and think about your people. And that's a serious piece of advice that I would love to get to the president. I told my cousin that yesterday when I was speaking to him or her. I'll give you guys any hints of who it is. But yeah, it's time. I think it's time. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to question of the day. Let's have some fun. Who are two single celebrities that would actually look good together? Why don't we have a question of like, what are two single celebrities that would be good for each other? We're always so caught up with looks, but whatever. Let's go. Mufasa and Tiana. Well, we already said that they looked good together. Chris Brown and Delilah. Jason Lee and Tyga. What? All right. Jacob Lattimore and Haley Bailey. Not bad. I could see that. Somebody said, I want Haley and DDG to make it. You see, that's back a relationship. We're trying to say look good together, right? Like just straight arm candy. Megan Thee Stallion and Offset. They would actually look dope together. Cannot lie. That is a good answer. Somebody said Beyonce and Justin Timberlake. Ooh, they would not look good together at all. And I love Justin. Do not get me wrong. Justin is my man, but Beyonce and Justin Timberlake? No. He's too not goofy. He's a little goofy, like that little playful. Like Beyonce needs to be with a man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's Beyonce. Like she needs to be with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, no. Cardi B and Bruno Mars? Not at all. Again, no. Cardi needs to be with a man. Like, how tall is Bruno? Like, I'm not height shaming. I mean, listen, I'm 6'2", but yeah, no. Cardi and Beyonce need to be with a guy that's over 6 feet tall for sure. I think Justin's a little short too, kind of. Anyways, I was advocating for myself. Beyonce, holla at me, you know? Actually, no, Cardi, Beyonce, that's a whole Jay-Z mess and We don't want to play around with Jay. We already see what he's doing to Tony Busby. He was, I'm lawyered up, man. Come play with me, Jay. I got 6 lawyers, yo. Let's dance, all right? All right. Let's get back serious. Nicole Murphy and Shannon Sharp. Ooh, that'd be good. Yo, that's a good one. That might be better than Megan Thee Stallion and Offset. That's a good one. Nicole Murphy and Shannon Sharp. Very good. All right. Okay, no. Somebody says Little Baby and Jada. No, I don't think so. Aaron Pierre and Karuchi. Yo, Karuchi's my homegirl, man. I don't want to see her with nobody. Karuchi, call me, all right? But she's dating Coach Prime. Somebody said Chris Brown and me. You know, Elon Musk and Melania Trump. Actually, they would look good together, actually. She seems like his type of girl. Here, okay, I think this is Wendy and DDG. Wendy who? Wendy and DDG. Somebody said Beyonce and anybody else. Nah, Beyonce's got to be with a man. Like, she's got to be with somebody who's strong. You know what I mean? Like, let me see. Like, Beyonce and who's that guy from England that they always put, or that they had that competition between Aaron Pierre and the guy. Oh, can't remember his name. Anyways, him. All right, hold on. Let's see. I want to see Chloe and Diggy together. Chloe and Diggy. I don't know who that is. And Haley and Damson Idris. Yeah, what about Damson? Yes, man. Yeah. Spectre. That's who I'm right. Yes. Beyonce needs to be with somebody like Spectre. Is it Skepta? No, Skepta. Skepta. Beyonce and Skepta would be good. And he's British with that accent. Woo! Yeah, that would be dope. That'd be dope. See, I can say if a guy's good looking or not. 100%. Aaron Pierre is just not great looking. That's what it is. He's a little goofy looking with his ears. I'm not a hater. All right. Somebody said Glorilla and Da Vinci. Maybe. What else? Miami and Da Baby. Young Miami and Da Baby. Didn't they just put out a song the other day? No. And shout out to Da Baby. I was just with him at Charlemagne's thing. Da Baby's cool, but he's a little short to be with Miami. Miami too has to be with, you know, like, I think Da Baby could be with like Glorilla. Like, Young Miami's not a small girl. You know what I mean? Like, she needs to be with like a dude like me. Young Miami, holla at me. See how I'm always throwing myself in there? Yo, what up? Kim and Kanye. I do think that they made an okay couple. Not all that great. All right, somebody said me and Glorilla. It's people trying to be me. All right, any other good ones here? 50 Cent and Pretty V. That's really good. And he does like very athletic women. What's that girl that he just broke up with again? I'm so bad with names. It's crazy. What's her name? Cuban Link. She was dope too. But yeah, Pretty V and 50, that's a good match. Rick Ross and Miley Cyrus. What are you talking about? Although Miley's like, she's a little wild, man. You know what I'm saying? And Rick Ross kind of likes girls like that because Rick Ross with Pretty V? Yeah, he was with Pretty V. Anyways, see how I'm saying like, I don't get into relationship stuff, but I know about everyone's relationship stuff. Anyways, somebody said me and Oprah. Hey, that's my fairy godmother, man. Nobody talks about Oprah. I'm happy that we don't hear any Michelle in here. Shannon and Michelle. But I don't think they're saying Michelle Obama. They mean Shannon and Michelle. Remember when Shannon Sharp went live and we still don't know who he was with, but then we heard him say Michelle. All right. Okay, I'm dragging this on a little too long. Somebody said me and DC Young Fly. That's about it. All right. Nothing else crazy. Somebody said me and Nas. April and Omarion? April who? April? Regina Hall. Okay, no, Little Baby and Jada. Karuchi and Omarion. Nah, Karuchi needs to be with a dude. All right. That's it. Let me know. I know I just said a lot, but let me know in the comment section below. Give me some good ones, man. Give me some good ones. Comment below and don't forget to tell me where you're from. I'm not reading comments anymore unless you tell me where you're from. New rule. All right, this brings us to sports news. Shaquille O'Neal says, I demand the fans start putting Steph Curry in the GOAT conversation. I have been saying that for the past 2 or 3 years. 100%, 1000%. This man revolutionized the game of basketball. It is a completely different game only because of one man, Steph Curry, okay? Do you know that I think in the past year, there have been more threes taken than in the past, 40 years of the NBA, and that's because of Steph Curry, man. Shaq did not mince words when it comes to talking about Steph Curry and the Warriors winning, and I read you already what he said. Here is a small clip. Take a listen.
As the supreme leader of the Big Man Alliance, I demand you fans to start putting Steph Curry in that greatest of all time conversation.
Yep. I'm all here for it. Y'all know me already. It's Jordan, Kobe, Steph, and then LeBron. And I love LeBron. I haven't said this in a long time. I love LeBron off the court. Great dad, everything, great father, great person, great human being. On the court, just not my type of basketball player. I need a Kobe, I need a Jordan, and I need Steph. You're revolutionizing the game. You know what I'm saying? For good or bad, because I do prefer people, our ball players, not taking 3-point shots all the time. I'm more like a drive to the basket, mid-range jumpers. I want to see some dunking. That's why I like John Morant and Ant Edwards, although Ant is really making me not happy with what he's doing with his baby mom and his daughter. But anyways, shout out to Steph Curry, and that is my team. I don't care. They're going Western Conference Finals, Lakers and Warriors, and it's going to be Warriors, and then we'll play whatever, Boston, and we're taking the chip. That's it. Steph's going to have 5 rings, closer to Jordan, 1 over LeBron in the GOAT conversation. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, you guys, that is a wrap on our Thursday show. Thank you so much for kicking with me. Thank you for everything. I was about to thank you for the week like it was Friday. Thanks for all the comments all the whole week. All right, we'll reserve that for tomorrow. Very excited that we're almost there. Before I leave, I want to remind you guys of all the ways to keep up with the podcast. For those of you who are used to listening and watching the show on YouTube, if you're ever wondering, hey, I'm going in my car, I'm going on a flight, how do I catch today's episode? Well, you are in luck because the Trent Out Loud podcast is available on all podcast platforms. So you can download the show and take it with you. Just go to any podcast site, type in Trent Out Loud, the show will pop up. Don't forget to hit the follow and subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new show. And just like YouTube, we upload daily. Let's get it. Now, vice versa, for those of you who are used to listening to this show on podcast platforms, thank you. However, trust me, you need to watch some episodes on YouTube. It's a vibe over here. If you like me on audio and you feel like it's fun, wait till you see me live and direct on your screen. It's a party over here, y'all. Trust me. We play videos, you see pictures. It's just a lot more interactive. And more importantly, we have an amazing community over here in our comment section. Whenever you hear me referring to the comment section, that is over here on YouTube. We're building a great little community, a global community. Yes, that's headed up 80% of the US. However, we are global, as you heard today. England, Arkansas, South Africa, Ontario, all around, man. Shout out to Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you comment below. And also don't forget to say where you are from. And we'll try our best to shout you out. So just go over to YouTube, type in Trent Out Loud. The show will pop up. While you are there, don't forget a couple of key things. You got to make sure to hit that subscribe button. You have to hit the like button. I mean, we're working hard here for you. You got to be liking the show. Like I said, comment. And a great bonus, if you're really enjoying the show, please share it with somebody because it definitely helps in growing the channel. Also, for those of you who want to follow me on social platforms, we're available on all of them. Just type in Trent Out Loud. You will see me hang with ya boy on Instagram. Well, I'm most actively on Instagram. Anyway, so it's Trent Out Loud. Thank you so much for kicking with me. I'll see you tomorrow. Get excited, get hype. It's Thursday, but tomorrow is Friday. I'll see you tomorrow, y'all. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace.